Welcome back, my friends, to another anime versus Master Duel. And today we are covering the second deck that Yugi uses in the anime. This is what he uses against the nurse puppet of the Kaiba's insidious game masters that he brings out to defeat Yugi and humiliate him. Fortunately, they get defeated and humiliated. I'll be skipping over some of the cards that we've already covered. I'll say them out loud and then I'll be like, see previous video for the cards, because as you can see, we are now down to 2 ofs instead of the classic anime deck 1 ofs, so we're slowly getting there. We're gonna, maybe next episode we'll have 1 ofs, but I doubt it. This one had a bunch of cards flood in, and I don't think that's gonna happen. It's mostly gonna be 1 or 2 additions to the deck. Alright, so let's do it. From last episode, I've removed all the cards that I said were sus, were just cards to flesh out the deck. These cards in this deck are all cards that were used by Yugi, probably. So some of them are a stretch, but at least most of them will be included in the deck instead of just random ones that were seen in the card shop. Okay, so we talked about Skull Servant last time. That's the card right. He used that in the duel against Kaiba. Okay, next up, standing in for Rock Gun. What in the anime? 100 attack, 50 defense. A terrible card. With Unicycular. This is the only one that I could find which had comparable stats at all to Rock Gun. So it's a new, I think this is a 5Ds card, but I have to bring it in here because it's the only one that matches the terrible stats. Next up we got Mushroom Man. That's another card that was used in Yugi's deck in the previous episode. Next up we've got Basic Insect. So this one is there's like a stick bug. So in this episode, there's like, instead of actually showing a duel, because that would be too interesting, or maybe they were worried it wouldn't be interesting, and they probably were right because they didn't have a lot of rules. It was mostly war, but you can see flying across the screen all of Yugi's cards and all of the Nurse Puppet's cards. And one of the cards is like a praying mantis. Oh no, like a stick bug. And because there's actual praying mantis Yu-Gi-Oh cards. For the stick bug, I stuck in Basic Insect. Okay, next up, summoned the card Dark Mammoth. Yugi, this is actually not Dark Yugi, this is just regular Yugi. He summoned the card Dark Mammoth, and it was no bueno. So to get a similar stats, 600 attack, 500 defense, I brought out Curtain of the Dark Ones. Also kind of fits the theme. Let's see. To instead of Black Scorpion. Oh, what a powerful monster. Actually, this is kind of the monster that makes Yugi lose the duel, was Black Scorpion. But yeah, it's our old friend Meda Bat coming in to represent Black Scorpion, just because it's got a similar stat distribution. Bald Tattoo Guy is carry on from last episode. There is, in that montage, there is an angel that flies across the screen. If you squint, I think. Petit Angel standing in for that angel. Beautiful half fish man. He's back from previous episode. He's great. Let's see. Ray and temperature. So this is standing in for a card. This is standing in for kind of two cards. I did it like a combination of two cards. So in the duel, you see there's I think a spell card called Sun that gets played. So this is not a spell card, but in the duel, the against the nurse puppet, one of the cards that flies by the screen is like a white thing. So it's like, oh, this kind of like looks like a whitish colorful thing. So I put this as the white, and as the spell card Sun, I put in Hinotama, which is an actual spell card. 500 points of damage. It's I was considering Sparks, but these look closer to Sun than Sparks does. You know? Like little flying fireballs. Let's see. We got Mystic Elf. Let's see. I think still the third best card in the deck. Carry on from last episode. It's great defender, can wall up. Good stuff. Next up, we got a Stag Beetle that gets played. You can kind of squint at and see it. Yep, that's a Yugi card. A Stag Beetle. So standing in for Stag Beetle is Hercules Beetle. Oh my gosh, so powerful. 2,000 defense, but it costs a tribute. So it's not that great. Fifth best card in the deck. Won't immediately die to an attack. Well, maybe won't immediately die to an attack. Alright, there's a snail that shows up, and representing that snail is Bolt Escargot. It's a snail. It's actually pretty decent if it's if it wasn't a level 5. We've got so many tribute monsters now that there is a good chance we won't be able to summon anything on our first turn. Trent, the plant from last time. Don't have to get too much into that. And here is Yugi's next boss monster. What? Jack's Knight? That comes up way later. No, this is standing in for Neon Knight. This is Yugi's boss monster. He used him. It was the card that was stolen at the end of the duel by the nurse puppet, and Yugi has to get it back. So there you go. Jack's Knight coming in for an appearance. This is kind of funny because as most of these like substitute cards will be quickly shuffled away once we get into the actual like Duelist Kingdom cups and things like that. These substitute, but Jack's Knight will be shuffled away and then will come back because it's a card that's in Yugi's deck. I think in Battle City. Yeah, so there you go. We'll see that. Boss monster from the first duel, Summon Skull. Second best card in the deck. Just great 1 tribute, 2,500 attack. This is probably the fourth best card in the deck. Jack's Knight is because it has 1,900, so it can actually attack. Fourth or fifth, because we do have showing up in the background against the in the duel against the nurse. the nurse doll is Dark Magician, most likely played by Yugi. Wow, Dark Magician, fantastic. If we're going off of the stats in the show, I think that the Dark Magician only has 2,000 attack or something like that. So less powerful, but yeah, and we also saw Dark Magician in the very first episode. It was stolen from some random kid. I already went over Hinotama, which is the sun, and Monster Reborn. That's the winning card, the winning play from last duel. Yugi actually lost this duel because it wasn't Dark Yugi that was playing. But I would have to say the boss monster would have been Jack's Knight for that. Neon Knight, not Jack's Knight. Jack's Knight's the substitution. Hinotama standing in for the sun, of course. And we have, last but not least, there's like a random helmet, a blurry helmet that shows up. And standing in for that blurry helmet is Steel Shell. And that's our first combo of the deck. Well, our second combo. Our first combo was like Monster Reborn, targeting any monster, then we tribute that monster for Summon Skull. That was our first combo that we're ever going to do with this deck. Our next combo, I believe our only target is this guy. This is boosting a water monster's attack by 400 to make our wonderful, the Furious Sea King, a 1200 attacker. That's right. That's right. So we have two combos. We got combos in this deck. We're gaming. Alright. See ya on the next episode where we're gonna be doing a progression. We're gonna duel until we win. We'll see how that goes.